And this is Dr. Anthony Previte.
Good day, everybody.
Good day. What do you remember from school that you use today?
Well, I use a lot of things from school. I certainly use my math and arithmetic. I use my decimal points a lot. And I think the major thing that we get from school is communication skills, the ability to use the English language properly in a way that as soon as you open your mouth, you're respected by the people who are listening to you.
You can learn that from math teachers too, I'm sure.
You can learn that from everybody, and I actually wish that a lot of our newscasters and people who are on the radio, our announcers, were a little bit more particular with the correctness of their English so that we would hear it in a normal way on an everyday basis.
And tell us about a book that you've read recently.
Oh, recently.
Or a magazine article that you found useful.
I like to read a lot of lightweight things as well as some serious things. And of course, I just read an article on stomach pain that was a very unusual presentation. But on a lighter note, I like to read my golf magazines, and they give me a lot of pointers where I might not have the time to go for a lesson, but I can pick up a lesson from the book that I read, and especially the golf magazines are very good with that. I also like to read photography magazines, and they give helpful hints on how to frame a picture, what kind of lighting to use at a certain time of the day, and just recently read one about the various ways to use the camera at sunset.
And even now, I'm sure there's one or two teachers that you remember from your middle school or high school years.
I do.
You do? Do you remember their names?
Actually, the person that stands out the most was a nun, Sister Rose Concepta, and she was my 5th grade teacher, and she taught everything. She taught our English, our history, our math, our decimal points, fractions, and the thing I remember about her the most was her saintliness. She was probably the kindest person I've ever met in my lifetime, and even when she was arthritic and in pain, she was always kind to everybody, and if you didn't complete an assignment or you didn't understand it, she always showed you so much understanding that you weren't afraid of the subject. And she'd say, well, I know you're doing the very best that you can, and let's try to do this by tomorrow, and let's see how that works out. And there was
flexible deadlines.
She was just very kind. She never was a mean person.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your time
as
a mentor on video. And what sort of words of encouragement do you tell yourself when you're feeling kind of down or need to push yourself to do something you really don't want to do?
Well, I like to think that by helping other people, I do the most good for myself. And when I have a purpose in life, a reason to exert myself, and I see a benefit to other people from my work, I feel that that's better gratification than money.
Thank you very much, Dr. Previte.